Today, we dive into one of the most explosive developments in the cryptocurrency space. Whether XRP is set to replace the US dollar, this story has taken the internet by storm. And it all began with a 10-second clip from a private Federal Reserve meeting that just went viral in this brief but powerful snippet. The audio clearly links the concept of a digital dollar directly with XRP, and the implications of this admission are nothing short of groundbreaking. Imagine the central bank openly acknowledging a cryptocurrency, not just any coin, but XRP, as a potential foundation for the future digital dollar. This revelation alone has sent shockwaves through markets and financial circles worldwide. But why XRP? What makes this token the frontrunner to challenge the world's reserve currency? To understand this, we need to explore XRP's unique architecture and partnerships that differentiate it from the rest of the crypto landscape. XRP was designed with speed efficiency and scalability in mind, tailored specifically for cross-border payments, unlike Bitcoin or Ethereum, which often face scalability and transaction fee issues. XRP can settle transactions in seconds with minimal fees. This advantage positions it perfectly for adoption by banks and global financial institutions seeking a reliable, fast settlement layer. This technical superiority explains why Ripple, the company behind XRP, has focused on forging real-world partnerships rather than, just riding on speculative hype. One major confirmation came from an anonymous diplomat who revealed a burgeoning partnership between the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, and Ripple's network. This cooperation suggests these countries are seriously considering XRP as a financial infrastructure component that could well circumvent the dominance of the US dollar and the SWIFT system, which currently governs international trade settlements. This geopolitical angle is crucial because it shows XRP is not just a cryptocurrency, but honestly a tool for economic sovereignty and modernization for emerging markets. If BRICS nations integrate XRP into their financial systems, it could trigger a pretty seismic shift away from the dollar-dominated global order. This has massive implications from reshaping trade dynamics to influencing currency reserves and investment flows. But the narrative doesn't stop with macroeconomics. On the technical innovation front, the Firelight staking protocol developed by the Flare network is revolutionizing how XRP holders can earn passive income. Unlike traditional proof-of-stake coins, XRP has never supported native staking, which limited long-term holder rewards to price appreciation. Alone, Firelight introduces the ability to mint FXRP, a fully collateralized synthetic version of XRP, enabling holders to earn staking yields. A controversial glitch on the testnet displayed an eye-popping 1,000% APY, which, while not sustainable in the long run, demonstrates the enormous yield potential that could attract institutional investors and retail holders alike. The development of Firelight honestly signifies a major leap forward in XRP's evolution. From a simple remittance token to a comprehensive decentralized finance or DeFi player, with these innovations and, geopolitical moves in play, many analysts have started to frame XRP as gold 2.0. This term really reflects the belief that XRP could become the new store of value and medium of exchange as global powers shift towards digital currencies backed by blockchain technology. Music predictions about XRP reaching $5,000 per coin are honestly no longer dismissed as mere speculation. If the G20 nations who represent the world's largest economies embrace digital currency infrastructure akin to XRP's network, the ripple effect would be historic. So imagine this: XRP not only takes over the dollar's role in international trade, but it also becomes the backbone for brand new monetary policies and financial products. That's a pretty massive shift right now. Now, just to put things in perspective, if XRP were to hit $5,000, its market cap would skyrocket into the trillions. That would totally dwarf a lot of existing financial assets. And honestly, it could fundamentally rewrite the rules of global finance as we know them. Music at this point, investors and crypto enthusiasts really have to ask themselves, what does all of this mean for their portfolios? The immediate market reaction has been, absolutely frantic. Institutions are reportedly panic buying XRP as that leaked Federal Reserve footage started making the rounds. This buying frenzy reflects a broader confidence shift from uncertainty to bullish conviction. The narrative has shifted from if XRP will succeed to when it will dominate. As a result, XRP is showing increased on-chain activity whale accumulation, and growing interest from custodians and exchanges. Music. These developments are important signals that market infrastructure is aligning with this new paradigm. However, it's not AO. Only institutional players who stand to benefit retail investors who position themselves now, while XRP remains relatively affordable, could be part of a generational wealth creation opportunity. Patience and strategic accumulation will be key, as this is not a sprint, but a marathon toward mainstream adoption to navigate this transformative period. Understanding the regulatory landscape is critical. Ripple's ongoing legal battle with the SEC has been a cloud over XRP's potential, yet recent court developments suggest a more favorable outcome for Ripple, which could clear the path for XRP to become fully integrated into regulated financial systems. So the case's resolution will likely establish new precedents for how cryptocurrencies are classified and regulated in the United States, and by extension, it could really influence global regulatory frameworks as well beyond just legal and financial considerations. The community aspect around XRP, continues to strengthen. The XRP army is still one of the most passionate and active crypto communities out there, driving adoption, education, and advocacy. Their grassroots support has been absolutely instrumental in maintaining XRP's momentum through some tough periods, and honestly, their enthusiasm is now fueling a whole new wave of optimism. So, social sentiment and on-chain data are showing, increasing participation and a surge in new wallet creations. This really indicates that mainstream users are starting to engage with XRP on a much larger scale. Music looking ahead. The integration of XRP into various blockchain ecosystems through partnerships like Flare's Firelight is set to create a pretty robust multi-chain environment. Music. This kind of interoperability means XRP holders can actually participate in decentralized finance, lending, staking, and yield farming, all while taking advantage of XRP's fast and cost-effective settlement capabilities. Music. As DeFi continues to grow, XRP's role as a bridge asset between traditional finance and decentralized networks will only become more important. So, in conclusion, the evidence really suggests we're at a pivotal moment in financial history. XRP's potential to, replace the US dollar as a global digital currency is supported by technological innovation, strategic geopolitical alliances, and a growing institutional endorsement. Music, the viral Federal Reserve footage, the BRICS partnership confirmation, and the Firelight staking breakthrough. These aren't just isolated events, but actually parts of a much larger narrative of transformation for investors. This means a unique opportunity to position themselves right at the forefront of the next great financial revolution. Whether XRP will reach $5,000 or even beyond really depends on a lot of different factors. But the trajectory is clear. XRP is more than just a cryptocurrency, it's a catalyst for the future of money. If you want to stay updated and be part of this journey, make sure to, subscribe. The next videos will dive even deeper into each of these aspects, breaking down the technical, geopolitical, and financial details that are going to shape the coming decades. The digital dollar revolution is already underway, and XRP is definitely leading the charge. Disclaimer: this video is for educational and informational purposes only. It is not financial advice. Please do your own research and consult with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions.